Brand mentions matter more when AI search can compare you against 3 similar stores in one answer. Google AI mode is turning product discovery into a comparison game. The next competitor to yours may appear before a shopper reaches your site. Google AI mode can place several products inside one shopping answer. Reasons come with each one. Ask a use case, and Google returns a synthesized comparison. It also links to the pages behind those recommendations. That moves the first discovery moment upstream. A shopper comparing waterproof trail running shoes might see one brand tied to a stated waterproof rating. Another is described more broadly as outdoor gear. Cushioning, price, outsole design, review evidence, and weather protection can all appear before the shopper visits a store. A brand name earns more value when it's tied to a specific product fact. Great outdoor gear gives an answer system very little to work with. A trail shoe with a Gore-Tex membrane and a lugged outsole for wet. Rocky routes gives it a clear reason to include the item. Google's announcement of AI mode in search describes deeper research. It links into the web for e-commerce teams. The practical consequence is straightforward. Claims need to survive summarization. A shopper might ask for a waterproof trail shoe for rocky weekend routes. Then refine the request around grip or wide-foot comfort. The answer can place a brand beside a competing seller while attaching a different reason to each one. Comparison visibility depends on whether the store gives search systems a clear reason to include it. That reason may appear in the title or specifications, but those sources need to tell the same story. Contradictions create confusion, and your name may appear while another store is remembered as the specialist. Start with pages where shoppers are already weighing meaningful differences. Choose a category, then dive in. Identify the fact that separates your offering from its nearest alternative, and check whether that fact appears clearly across the site. Google can assemble the answer, but your store controls the evidence it can gather. What Google changed for shoppers and store owners. AI mode turns a product search into a guided comparison before the click. A shopper can ask for a 12-inch carbon steel skillet for a glass cooktop, and Google can gather information about fit, price, material, cooking performance, plus care requirements. That separates discovery from the rest of the process, from the final purchase visit. A cookware brand may appear because its skillet matches the request. Then it can lose the click when the destination page doesn't confirm the oven limit or seasoning instructions. Consider a direct-to-consumer cookware brand selling a 12-inch carbon steel skillet beside 2 similar pans. Its page says the pan arrives factory seasoned, supports oven temperatures up to 600 degrees Fahrenheit, and works on induction. One competing page recommends an initial seasoning cycle and lists a lower oven limit. Those details help Google sort the options, and they give the shopper a reason to choose one pan after opening a result. A brand that only says professional-grade carbon steel has an identity, but it does not address the buyer's real concern. Google's documentation on AI features and supporting web results explains that links help people explore the sources behind an answer. So, page accuracy is part of the comparison. A citation can win attention, while a weak destination page loses trust. Review comparison points before polishing another homepage headline. Check whether the relevant differences appear in visible copy and structured fields, along with supporting content. A missing oven limit or unclear care instruction can erase the distinction Google had available. This review works best when it starts with a category where shoppers compare similar items, such as cookware. For each priority item, note the fact that sets it apart from the nearest alternative, and confirm that it appears in the page copy and product data. The process also exposes identity gaps. 2 stores might sell pans with the same diameter and material, but one might reveal a crucial difference in how their coating holds up over time. While one explains induction compatibility and the other explains its pre-seasoning process. The second store gives an AI comparison a sharper description and gives shoppers a clearer next step. A comparison answer can introduce the brand. The store page still has to finish the argument. Comparison answers reward facts that separate similar products. A brand mention connects a name to a category and a decision-making fact. Brand X makes premium backpacks, gives an AI system a broad label. But Brand X sells a 28-liter recycled nylon pack with a removable hip belt and a 15-inch laptop. Sleeve gives a description that matches several shopping needs. The second version works. It describes the item in terms shoppers can use. Capacity helps shoppers judge trip length. A hip belt helps them judge carrying comfort. The laptop sleeve addresses a work travel need. The brand becomes associated with a specific product, not a general impression. Information field, example for a carry-on, why it helps comparison. Category and size, 21-inch carry-on suitcase matches searches. For compact airline luggage, materials and capacity, polycarbonate shell with 38-liter capacity separates construction from usable packing space. Limits and guidance, weight limit with airline size guidance, helps shoppers judge fit before checkout. A carry-on listing, with its 21-inch height and 38-liter capacity, gives a comparison system several retrieval paths. A headline such as "Premium Travel Made Easy" gives it almost none. Specific detail supports discovery. It drives commercial relevance. Category language helps systems connect different wording. A shopper might search for a lightweight carry-on, while the catalog uses polycarbonate spinner. Product type, intended buyer. Capacity, compatibility, material, care instructions, plus-size guidance help connect those terms. Google Search Central's product structure data documentation explains how search systems can interpret price and availability windows. Details are marked up correctly, along with ratings and product identifiers. Structured data supports interpretation, though it can't repair a page that hides key facts inside an image or leaves them out entirely. Polished home pages often coexist with weak comparison visibility. Exact product facts may be buried inside images or accordion tabs. And support articles often hold the details shoppers need. People can still understand the offer after hunting around. But answer systems get too little clean text to use. The largest gaps usually involve practical details. A luggage page might show the shell material, but skip the empty weight. A backpack listing might state its capacity, but leave the laptop sleeve dimensions to a customer service reply. Those omissions weaken the brand's description when shoppers are comparing alternatives. Use a simple mention quality test across important SKUs. If a reader cannot identify the category, understand who it suits, and name one fact that separates it from a similar item. Rewrite the visible copy before spending time on broader brand messaging. Accurate content gives brand mentions commercial meaning. The name appears alongside evidence that addresses a buying concern, giving shoppers a clear reason to open the result. Where AI systems get brand details wrong. AI answers can combine correct facts from the wrong products. Search systems gather information across several pages. Then they present a short answer with supporting links. One mistake can spread fast. A mistake in one attribute can travel through that chain before anyone on your team sees it. The failure path is usually ordinary. Your page says a hiking boot has a 10,000mm waterproof rating. A retailer listing shortens that claim to waterproof. A review calls the boot the Ridge, well and old. Support article keeps a previous specification alive. The system sees overlapping language and treats those references as one record. The result is simple and wrong. The Generative Engine Optimization paper examines how generative search systems select and present information from multiple sources. The lesson for store owners is simple. Every external description becomes part of the evidence surrounding that item. Consider a cordless vacuum brand called Clear Home. Its product page lists 40 minutes of runtime for the Clear Home V7. A marketplace listing claims 60 minutes. But that figure belongs to the V9 model. An AI answer comparing lightweight cordless vacuums can place the longer runtime beside the V7 because both listings use similar language about battery life. That's how the mix-up happens. Third-party references can confirm a fact or create a competing version of it. Reviews and retailer descriptions each introduce wording that systems might use during synthesis. A warranty page can also conflict with a collection page that promises free returns. Two sources can conflict. The highest impact corrections usually involve one field. Fabric weight changes whether a base layer suits warm weather. Compatibility determines whether a charger fits a specific device. Return eligibility and included accessories create the same kind of risk because they affect the purchase decision directly. Use this source tracing routine after an important AI comparison. Save the complete answer, including citations and destination links. Open each cited page and mark the sentence supporting the product claim. Compare the wording with the correct model, size, or variant. Repair the source page that owns the fact. Then update conflicting partner copy. Teams often waste time editing every mention when one canonical specification would solve the problem. Give each fact a clear home, then make retailer feeds and support articles match it. The cost of a vague mention shows up during product selection. A brand mention earns attention when it helps someone choose an item. One answer can place several stores beside one another. Then the name matters, without a useful reason. The comparison stays open, and another retailer can win. Imagine a winter clothing comparison. It names Alpine thread because its merino base layers resist odor. But the linked collection page gives no care instructions. It says nothing about fiber percentage. The brand has appeared in the answer. Yet the buyer still needs to search for washing guidance and fabric content. A stronger description connects the store to a specific item choice. Alpine threads merino crew suits multi-day travel because it uses 100% merino wool and lists cold machine wash instructions. The reader a reason to click. The destination should repeat that claim in visible copy with the relevant variant selected or easy to find. Vague details also create expectation gaps. Someone who believes a jacket is machine washable can buy it and discover a dry clean only label. A buyer who reads that a charger supports a particular tablet can reach checkout with the wrong model in mind. Then contact support or request a return. That creates frustration. Comparison-driven visits are easier to diagnose when the landing page matches the exact claim in the answer. Look for a shared phrase and a matching variant. Then add a useful next step such as size selection or compatibility guidance. When those pieces line up, the visit has a clear commercial purpose. Revenue analysis needs the same level of detail. Track whether an AI-referred visit reaches a qualified product page and whether it appears in an assisted conversion. Path. Review pre-purchase questions separately, because fewer questions about care or fit can signal better expectations before the order. The signal is there. A mention count hides this difference. 10 vague appearances can produce less value than one accurate comparison for best merino base layer for a week-long winter trip, where the cited page answers the material and care questions immediately. That is the contrast. The winning correction is often a missing sentence near the top of the destination page. Put the relevant fact beside the product name. Repeat it in the specification area. And make sure the cited URL lands there without an extra search. Simple and critical. How to measure whether AI mentions help shoppers choose. Measure the quality of each AI appearance, then connect it to product behavior. The format itself isn't a business metric. Store owners need a repeatable test. It has to show whether an answer sends qualified visitors toward a purchase decision. Start with prompts based on real buying decisions. To learn more, visit heysprite.com today.